读书人 is my woman.
Not yours, Guza.
To use as comfort to ease your loneliness.
Songtan,
You're hurting me.
Stay away from him.
then can I also ask that you stay away from Jingxian?
Hi, sister-in-law. I'm Jingxian.
Hello.
Songtan and I are childhood sweethearts.
We've been used to this since we were kids.
You don't mind, do you, sister-in-law?
Actually, I do. Even if you two made out right now, I wouldn't even bat an eye.
Jingxian just returned from abroad.
We're just having dinner together.
Songtan 哥哥, why are you explaining things to her?
Does it even matter what she thinks?
Didn't you tell me that you don't?
Of course I don't. That's why I brought you here to meet her.
To let her see who my true love is.
Oh, stop it, Songtan.
Sister-in-law is watching us.
Have you seen enough?
Excuse me, I'm going to the restroom.
Looks like sister-in-law can't hold her liquor. Songtan 哥哥, aren't you going to check on her?
Aren't you afraid she'll leave you?
Why should I care? You're all I need.
Who do you think you are? You don't deserve to be compared to her. You can't even compare
to a single strand of her hair.
Looks like I was flattering myself. But soon, you two can finally be together.
What do you mean?
Let's get a divorce. This doesn't seem like how you should be reacting. Don't tell me
You've fallen in love with me.
Get lost.
looks pretty good. Hello,
I can marry you. But I will never fall in love with you.
ridiculous.
Here is the payment and the contract.
Is something wrong?
It's nothing. Just stretching. Go on.
Under our agreement, I'll pay you 500,000 a month.
Your only obligation
Is to play the role of my girlfriend perfectly. You have no right to pry into my private life.
And I promise to let you do whatever you want.
One more thing. Guard your heart. Do not, under any circumstances, fall in love with me. If you develop feelings you shouldn't have for me, I will terminate our agreement immediately, and you won't get a single penny.
Deal. Happy. Pleasure doing business with you.
What's wrong?
Nothing. I just broke a bowl.
A bowl. Which bowl?
The one up there. I thought it looked nice, so I wanted to use it for my rice. It's just a bowl. Why are you...
Who gave you the nerve to touch her things?
Disgusting.
Sister-in-law,
Your husband is drunk. Come over and have a few drinks with me.
wait for me.
Jinxie, who are you talking to? I know. When you left me back then, it was for someone else. But why did you come back? Huh? Tell me.
What kind of drunken nonsense is this? Take a good look at me. I'm Shuran.
Jinxie, are you jealous? You know,
I don't care about her.
you're the only one in my heart.
Really? If I'm the only one you love, then when do you plan to divorce her?
She won't agree.
If we actually divorce,
She'll take half of my assets. You wouldn't want that either.
right. Sister-in-law, what's going on with my brother? Because he and the sister-in-law had a fight. Going home first, sister-in-law. I'll handle things here. sister.
You just said he slept with another woman. Unlike me, I only have eyes for you, sister. I had to keep myself pure just for you.
Do you prefer me calling you Shuran or sister?
Where is Yu Songtan?
The first thing you do is ask about another man.
Sister.
You care so much about your husband. But why don't you show me some care? I came all this way in the middle of the night.
And even had to take care of a drunkard.
I'm so pitiful.
Stop it. Doing this at home isn't right.
Your husband is fast asleep. I carried him back to the bedroom.
That's good. I will go clean up. He threw up.
But I already cleaned it up. For something so disgusting? How could I bear to let you lift a finger, sister?
So sweet of you.
Your man looks so ugly when he sleeps. Unlike me, I sleep very quietly.
Before you came over, did you drink Oriental leaf?
You're acting so tea-ish.
Let me show you.
Hey, wait.
He doesn't look like a domineering CEO at all. By the way, you still haven't answered me.
Do you prefer me calling you Shuran or sister?
That's fine.
I can use both.
His door is still open.
I left it open on purpose.
Gutha, you should head back.
I'm sorry, sister.
Good night, sister.
It seems sister-in-law can't hold her liquor very well. Songtan, aren't you going to do something about her?
Aren't you afraid she'll leave you?
She's literally a gender-bent version of Guzai. 猪妻子.
Shuran. Since my brother treats you like that, don't you want to get back at him? I know you don't love him, but don't you want to vent some frustration?
Vent, like pouring soy sauce into his 82 wine or putting milk tea powder into his protein shake.
What I mean is, use me to get back at him. Shuran, the person he hates the most is me.
You're his brother. We need to keep our distance.
We're not even blood brothers. To me, he's just a stranger my stepmother brought to rule, heartless, and who snatched away everything that was mine.
I'm sorry. I didn't know that.
Shuran, can you kiss me, please?
Your coffee.
Thanks.
I won't agree to a divorce. If Jingxian comes to see you, tell her that you're the one refusing the divorce.
May I ask what game you're playing, Mr. Yu?
I'll pay you an extra 200,000 a month.
Deal. I'll go draft the contract. If I start dating someone, do I need to notify you in advance?
Dating.
Yes. Our contract allows us to date other people.
Make that
another extra 200,000 a month.
Deal.
Go back to your own place for the next few days. Jingxing is moving in. Pack up all your things.
I don't want her to see them.
By when?
Before midnight.
Shuran, how does it feel to be kicked out by your husband? Pretty rough, huh?
Actually, it feels great. Thanks to you. He gave me 400,000 so I could go shopping and cheer up.
You know, Songtan and I aren't just childhood sweethearts.
As for now,
I'm still his actual girlfriend.
I know. And
my little tantrum was just to tease him. At the end of the day,
I'm the rightful partner.
while you are just an opportunist who slipped in.
as far as the world is concerned, to everyone else, I am his official girlfriend.
He only married you to spite me. Remember when he told you he was going on a half-month's business trip? Actually, he was vacationing in Hawaii with me.
Huh?
And before that, that diamond necklace at the auction, which he spent a fortune on, was actually my birthday present.
I know all of this. You don't need to repeat it. What's your point? Spit it out. Don't waste my time.
I'm advising you to do the smart thing. Stop clinging to him and divorce him immediately.
Well, I won't.
What did you say?
I said I won't. Even if he tries to force me or gets down on his knees and begs, I still won't divorce him.
Shuran.
Did that hurt? My bad. You see, I was born with a hot temper. I'd rather make others suffer than suffer in silence.
What happened?
Songtan, I was just saying hello to Shuran, and she suddenly slapped me.
I really don't know
how I could have offended her.
Is that so?
She told us to get a divorce, but I refused. Then she flew into a rage and tried to hit me. And so your little mistress is allowed to lay a hand on me, but I'm not allowed to fight back in self-defense.
Let's go. Let's go home first.
Songtan, she hit me.
Are you just going to let her get away with it?
Go home.
Why didn't you stand up for me just now? Do you not care about me anymore?
Have your feelings changed?
Do you feel sorry for her? If you've fallen in love with her, I'll leave right now. The vows we once made, I'll just treat them as my wishful thinking.
It's not what you think. You know you're the one I love the most.
But you saw how hot-tempered she is.
If I had actually retaliated,
And word got out.
it would make both of us look bad.
I knew you were the best.
I used to be so childish back then, but you have no idea.
During the years I studied abroad, I dreamed of you every single night.
Songtan, when are you going to divorce her and bring me back home?
I will. But not just yet.
What do you mean?
I need to confirm something first.
Your family went bankrupt, didn't they?
Sir, in your eyes, I only came back with ulterior motives.
No matter how long we've been apart, you shouldn't suspect me like this. You won't even let me keep my dignity. Is that it?
Yes, my family is going through some trouble, but I don't need your pity.
And I certainly don't need your charity. I can leave right now. At worst, I'll be sold off to Southeast Asia by my creditors. That's still better than being humiliated by you here.
That's not what I meant.
When you asked me that,
Did you, for even a fraction of a second?
remember our past love.
Let me tell you, Songtan.
Even if you are dirt poor and have to sleep under bridges,
Or eat plain buns.
I will still stay with you.
I'm sorry. I was a jerk. I shouldn't have doubted you.
I forgive you.
What? That's impossible.
What happened?
Someone reported me for tax evasion.
And I need to pay back 3 billion yuan.
3 billion. You're kidding me, right?
Don't worry. I can handle this. I can definitely sort it out. Trust me.
Handle it? How?
Do you think this is a small matter?
You'll go to jail if you can't pay it back.
You will lose everything, and your reputation will be ruined.
Do you realize that?
No, it won't. It will just be a fine at most. Just calm down.
Calm down. How can I calm down? Tell me right now. How much liquid cash do you have on hand? This is 3 billion, not 30 yuan.
Can you feel this massive hole?
How are you going to pay it?
If you can't pay it back, what's going to happen to me?
What if I really get sent to Southeast Asia?
Do you know what those people do to women who can't pay their debts?
Do you expect me to stay and rot with you?
We can figure out a way together.
Xinxian, we can get through this together.
You go ahead and take your time. By the time you figure it out,
I would have long been sold to Mayawati.
What about sticking together through thick and thin?
Yu Songtan.
you are still so naive.
And now you have absolutely nothing.
What are you doing back? Did you have a fight with my brother-in-law? Let me tell you, once a woman gets married, she has no business running back to her family. Did he hit you again? Shuran, what's wrong with a man hitting you a few times? Beating is affection, scolding is love. Stop being so dramatic.
He didn't hit me.
Did he find a mistress then? But you know how men are. It's perfectly normal. He just made the same mistake every man in the world makes. Just turn a blind eye, and it will pass. At times like this, you have to endure it. Listen to your sister-in-law. Go back and cook a meal for him, and coax him. Our family is relying on his money this month to pay for Nana's tuition. What? Don't want to pay? Do you want us to starve to death?
Yu Songtan went on a business trip. I was bored staying at home by myself, so I came back to stay for a few days.
It better be. If I find out you've cut off our family's money, just see how I'll deal with you. Let me ask you, the 200,000 for this month, will it arrive this week? I knew you were sensible. Remember when your parents died back in middle school? Who it was that raised you? If it hadn't been for your brother and me back then.
So, I am just a cash cow to you. Whether I'm happy or whether I have any dignity, you don't care at all.
Did he break any of your arms or legs? Or did he beat you to death? He just has a bit of a bad temper. Can't you just bear with it?
Starting today, I will cut down on the money I give you. What I've given you over the years has long since far exceeded what you spent on me back then.
What did you say? How dare you? I raised you for nothing.
Hit me. If you're not afraid of Yu Songtan settling the score, go ahead. He did slap me once, but that doesn't mean he'll let anyone else touch his property.
If he really cared about you, he wouldn't have taken that slap in the first place.
The 200,000 has been transferred. This is not your home. Move out. If it weren't for feeling their bottomless pit,
Back when Yu Songtan
slapped me for the first time,
I would have left.
Shuran, I'm so sorry. I was really in the wrong yesterday. Shuran,
How did you like the breakfast I made?
pretty impressive, right?
Next time, I'll cook for you.
Shuran,
Why are you ignoring me?
are you still mad about yesterday? I'm sorry, Shuran.
I promise I'll listen to you from now on.
Shuran,
I miss you so much.
Want to go see a movie this afternoon?
I can't. I need to take a nap.
Shuran,
You finally replied.
I have something to tell you.
go ahead. Shuran,
I'm still in love with Yu Songtan.
So, from now on,
Let's stop contacting each other. Over the past few years, aside from the living expenses I gave my brother and sister-in-law, most of the money Yu Songtan gave me went into starting my own company. It now brings in a steady monthly income. But I'm sorry, Kuzo. Right now, I'm in no position to choose love.
Shuran,
Do you really not want me anymore? I'm not a creep. Your front door was wide open.
So I just walked in?
Are you moving?
I saw everything outside has been cleared out.
It's already afternoon.
And you probably haven't eaten anything yet, right?
So I brought you your favorite chicken soup.
Thanks.
You still haven't told me.
Why don't you want me anymore?
I told you already. I still love Yu Songtan. We shouldn't contact each other anymore.
You're lying.
It's the truth.
I know the truth
Noah,
about you and my brother.
It's just a contract marriage, right?
how did you find out?
At first, it was just a guess.
But now, I'm sure of it.
姐姐, you don't really love him, do you?
Why do you care? Even if you know, what difference does it make?
I just want to know. If in your heart,
There is still even just a tiny place for me.
Even if there is. So what? Guzi, I'm past the age of choosing love or stability.
Even if that's the case, 姐姐,
You don't have to break up with me.
we could have just kept
Our relationship the way it is.
This morning, Yu Songtan added a new clause to the contract. It says, I'm forbidden from dating.
how much is he paying you?
He didn't pay extra. Okay, fine. 200,000.
姐姐, you actually dumped me.
For just 200,000.
Then I'll go talk to him and ask him to raise the price for me.
学姐,
I'll pay you double.
dump him. Sign the agreement with me instead.
I behave much better when drunk. I'll only cling to you and act cute.
And I'm much cleaner than him. And what else? I'm way more diligent. And I would never treat my wife like a maid.
I know you're broke, We were both pitiful souls.
That was in the past, but not anymore.
Come back home. We need to talk.
What does he mean by that?
Cease. Trust me. I'll never let you be wronged again.
Shuran, are you out of your mind? Songtan is so good to you, and you're going behind his back.
Sister-in-law, don't get so worked up. I just made the mistake that any woman in the world would make.
You shameless, unfaithful woman.
Keep insulting me, and you won't get a single penny out of me ever again.
What should I do? The first impression I made on your family
Is that of a loose man who seduces married women.
Isn't that true? By the way, what you just said,
What did you mean by that?
My brother is finished.
The shady business he ran,
I found incriminating evidence against him. Cease. From now on, the Yu group belongs to Gu.
what did you do?
That day, he was dead drunk and running his mouth.
He spilled everything he shouldn't have said.
So then you...
Exactly. Sure enough, once the authorities investigated, and I found out quite a lot.
You were really ruthless to him.
Ruthless. Sister,
what he went through, is not even a tenth of what I suffered back then.
I wasn't finished, but I approve.
sister.
Come here.
What's wrong?
We've been together for 3 years. In the past, every time I got drunk, no matter how late it was, you'd always pick me up and bring me home. You even made hangover soup for me.
Every time I woke up, it would be ready for me.
Shuran, thank you. You've always been so obedient, sensible, and gentle. You never talked back to me, and you worried about everything for me, taking care of everything for me.
That's because you transfer 200,000 every month into my account on time. We both got what we wanted. That's fine. I was happy to pay.
Only when Jingxian came back. Did you talk back to me a few times? I was foolish back then, but now I finally understand. Sure. Actually, the reason I refuse to divorce you is because deep down, the one I love most is you. I want to make things work with you.
You don't have a fever. Then why are you talking such nonsense?
I'm serious. I know you used the money I gave you to secretly start a small company. I'm in a bit of trouble right now, and I'm completely broke. But I still have plenty of experience and connections.
We can definitely make a comeback.
I get it now. You want to take back all the money you gave me over the last 3 years.
No, you've misunderstood. I just want to get rid of that sham contract and truly be with you.
You really know how to pick your timing. Now that you've hit rock bottom, you suddenly realize my worth. Yu Songtan, your love sure is convenient.
No, that's not it. It's because lately, I've realized...
You realized I still have connections and resources. That can help you make a comeback. Your so-called love is just a cheap commodity you think only when you need to exploit me.
I just want someone to get through this with me. It's not exploitation.
Brother, you really are full of schemes. Open up. You package yourself as some devoted lover. Delusional of you to think you and Shuran could weather the storm together.
What are you doing here?
Watch your words. After all, the evidence in my hands
Is more than enough to put you behind bars for life.
It was you. You set me up.
Go ahead.
If you don't want
Things to get any worse, then go ahead and strike.
What do you want?
It's simple.
I want you to terminate the contract with Shuran.
Right now.
Immediately.
So you two really are...
You have no right to judge us. First of all, we only have a business relationship. Second, even if we weren't just partners, you were still the one who cheated first.
I told you.
Shuran is my woman.
You want me to let her go? In your dreams.
Brother,
I heard you've been quite tight on cash lately.
can you agree to let her go now?
Fine.
Didn't you just say you loved me? Do you want to be with me for real?
Since Guze is so deeply devoted and is willing to pay just to take you away, why don't I just let you two lovebirds be together?
Then let's go.
Let's terminate the contract.
The money you gave him, I'll transfer it back to your account in a bit.
No need. The card is empty anyway.
You can lie with a straight face now, huh? Aren't you afraid he'll get back at you later?
Not at all. He won't get the chance. All the evidence of his shady dealings has already been submitted. I reckon right now, he should be on his way to prison. I'd never give him a chance to make a comeback.
So, you do have a fierce side to you too.
He shouldn't have bullied you and trying to use you like that. I'm cooking tonight. To celebrate you finally being single, we can finally...
Who says weren't us?
Now that I'm out of the contract, I'm officially a free agent.
Then I'll pursue you from square one. I'll write you love letters, send you roses, give you candles, give you...
Stop. What did you just say? Candles.
Yeah. The last character of your name is red, Ben. In my heart, you're like a burning candle, making my life warm and bright.
When I was in college, I kept receiving anonymous gifts. There were always candles inside. Guzi, what's that person you? Confess. Back then, why didn't you just confess to me? And when I went on blind dates, why did I end up matched with your brother?
Because ever since we were kids, anything that I liked, my brother would always take it away or destroy it. Back in college, you hosted the freshman welcome party. You were absolutely glowing on stage. Later, I found out you were the president of the new media club. So I started writing you letters and sending you candles. But you never replied.
Who woos someone by sending candles?
But then, my brother found the love letters I wrote. He forbade me from seeing you. If I didn't listen to him, he would have people torment my mother for a very long time. She was the leverage he used to threaten me until 2 years ago, when my mother passed away.
Never mind. Let's not talk about it anymore. I shouldn't have made you relive all this.
As for the blind date, he was only doing it because his family pressured him. He originally planned to find a girl on a dating site just to get them off his back. But then he suddenly saw you. He told me right to my face, she's the one. The one Guza couldn't get. I'll go after her.
What a bastard. But I didn't lose out either over the years. I got plenty of money out of him. Pack your bags. Tomorrow I'll take you to Europe to clear your head.
You were so cute.
Guzi, let's get married. Not a contract, but a real marriage.